Hello and welcome to American Truck Simulator with me, Kevin Sawyer, and you join me here on a Saturday evening. It's been a while since I've done a stream, I admit, of any sort really. One, just because I wasn't really in the mood for streaming. Two, it's just because the whole internet side of things and the lagginess of the computer and everything else. But I just figured I might as well have a go tonight. And I've changed a few things in the settings. I've reduced my bit rate, so I'm hoping that make it a bit more stable, but I'm not 100% sure if it will. Let me swap over to the right page, make sure everything's all up and hunky-dory. Yeah, should be all good. Right, I've started this run. I don't know, it's quite a long run, this one, I think. This is a mod truck I've been looking at. I was on the Blueprint Modders community, and I thought I'd give it a go. It's not a bad truck, it's got quite a few little customisable things. I might do a mod showcase on it. I'm still yet to sort of like see how if it's any good. I know it's an older mod, but I've been sort of having a go at it. I'll show you the diagnosis of it all. Let me just quickly move my chat bar as well, because I can only see half of it. Now, is the audio okay and the videos okay? Can you hear me alright? Can you see me alright? Right, okay. Yeah, I've just parked up here briefly. We'll probably drive on a bit longer. Right, let's reset track IR first of all. And then reset. Oh, that's already reset itself, that's good. Right. I can see it looks a bit laggy on the game video. You guys have to let me know if it is laggy or not. Sorry in advance if it is. Not much I can really do. Right. Let's move that out of the way. I haven't got dash cam up, and again I'm just trying to minimise the lag. Could have gone wrong quick. I'm not in my 251 or 351, no 251. I will be driving that after I'm running this, so don't you worry. I haven't ditched it. I still love driving the thing. I just thought I just needed a bit of a change again. You know me, guys. Now, which way are we supposed to be going? I came in this way, so I've got to come out this way. I'm sure of it. I had to ditch the coast to coast mod again because it was crashing. Only when I got into a certain town it just crashed. I don't know what it's all about. I figured I might as well give it a bit of a go, and you know, I apologise in advance for people watching in the stream and in the archives later on for any lagginess that you might find. Again, beyond my control. I'm trying to sort these things out, but again, money being tight and everything else. I was discussing about Zinky earlier actually. I might have discussed it in one of my previous videos as well. I've managed to, like I was saying a while back, about the turn my headset down a bit, that's better. About getting an oil pressure gauge and making it a mock air pressure gauge. Now, the original one I saw is no longer, I can no longer find it. It's no longer on the Amazon listings. So after doing a bit of like looking around, initially I found an Evo, not from an Evo as a Mitsubishi Evo, but an Evo pressure gauge, Evo series pressure gauge, well, not pressure gauges, but Evo series gauges I should say. Speeding. Brake. 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 Turn that on. Turn engine brake on. That might have been in it. Not a wise decision. Might make it over this hill. Yeah, it's alright. It's made it. It's not a bad little truck this. It's T800 I think it is. Just the standard stock interior with a bit of bling added to it. Turn it off. Would help if I was in a low range. Little bit of a bleep from the gearbox there. These things tend to rev quite high anyway. I've gotten back into driving again onto ATS anyway. I kind of sort of everything. I was just like not in the mood for doing anything really. I don't know what it's all about, why I've got that sort of state of mind, but I'm trying to sort of do my best to get myself out of it. But it's Mr. Ambulance. Doing a lot of long dart, but I did a lot of them as a chain, so no, old Sinky's been enjoying it. Richard, he was like saying to me on the page, on the Facebook page, he was saying it's getting a bit grindy, and I said, yeah, I'm sorry, it's the game, it's looking after the grey mother, you know. That's the, and it was, to be fair, it was getting to me too. I was just like, oh, I could do without this. I just want it to move on, but I can promise you it will move on. I won't go into too much detail because I don't want to spoil it for you guys who are enjoying watching it. Turn the old engine brake on, just in case we do encounter hill. Two people watching. Welcome to the stream, peeps. Please don't be shy, please say hello. I don't mind. Yeah, but it's like getting a bit. Well, it was that point in the game. It was getting quite grindy for me, and I must admit, it was getting very grindy of me. Put the old brake on. Probably set off in second here because the trailer should push me down the hill, technically. But it's a shame about the coast to coast mod. I hope he fixes it soon, because it's just, I noticed quite a few things on the previous versions of it anyway, and that's the downside of free mods, obviously. You take what you're given, and if it's free, you can't complain too much. See if you look, you can see it's not got many miles on the clock. 966 this thing. Done so far. Oh. I had a funny feeling that was going to happen. I did wonder if that was going to happen or not. Go on, Mr. Peterbilt, you've got plenty of space. I'm not going to move. Should do really, because I think there's Mr. Buzzkill behind me. But I'll get done for a red light if I do. Games, there's no blank, no grey area. There's pass the red light or do not pass the red light. In real life, if a copper's like trying to get past you, you would drive through the red light just to clear the path. Obviously, to make sure it was clear to go, you wouldn't just jump out in front of traffic, but you'd try and move your vehicle out the way so they could get through. Better turn the old sides on because it is dusk conditions. Come on, Mr. Buzzkill, you can't just sit there cruising along beside me. There's 25 along here, just in case he does me while he's in an emergency situation. Bye bye, Mr. Buzzkill. Bye bye. Open the taps up now. But in this game, that, you know, there is no grey line. It's either across. If you go across that light, you could technically go across the other side of the road and drive past it, but in that instance, there was no option to do that. It's like, well, with the money you've got, Kev, you could just afford to go through the red light. But it affects your overall game score, well, your overall ratings anyway. And I know I'm not the world's best driver, don't admit it, but I try and keep my record as clean as I can. How's the video, guys? Is it laggy? Let me know. I can't see. I know I'm going to keep on asking it again and again and again. Looks laggy in my video recorder. But that doesn't mean anything really. It's not laggy on my computer at all. It's just on my recorder side of it, it's a bit laggy. Put the full lights on. It's gonna let me out good. Now they speed up when he's going uphill. But, you know, people that have been missing the old streams, again, I'm sorry. You know, it's not because I've abandoned you. You know, I did enjoy doing the streams. It was just, again, situation was only a handful of people watching. It was laggy. Everything else, well, it may still be laggy, but all those factors going together. And I don't know when I'm just gonna... Come on, mate. Wow, that's close. Bit. Chose the wrong gear there. I don't know when it's going to resume again. See, the subscribers are slowly going up. Is it 436 subscribers now, I think? Without looking. A big thank you to everyone. Under half a tank of gas. Or diesel. It's the next fuel station I see. I'll make a pit stop. I think it handles quite well actually. I think it's just the standard. The only thing I would say about this thing, but it's not too bad a reflection, and I don't think it's really the modder's fault if he's just used the standard in-game physics in Las Vegas. The turning circle on this thing is rubbish. I mean rubbish. I know they're not particularly great in the game, but I'd say it's game ones are definitely better than this one. Right on red if it's clear, but it ain't, so I'll hang back. Clear now. Yeah, it's right on red unless clearly stated. Goes the old fire department. Because typically in America they tend to use firefighters as paramedics as well. So they're kind of... It's becoming commonplace. Ah, Sinky! Welcome to the stream! Yeah, no, I thought I'd start as I haven't done a stream in a while. There's gear somewhere. Yeah, they typically use firefighters as paramedics, but it's slowly coming over here. Not as common though. Oh, limo. Ooh, I think don't know if he's in the wrong lane, if I'm in the wrong lane. Either way, I need to get over there. So I'll follow him. Make a bit of a dive over to this. Go on, mate. Come on, in you get. That's it. How's you? Was your ears burning? I was saying how you were enjoying the old Long Dark series and everything earlier. No, we can't go straight across a red light, unfortunately. Let's do some quickly crazy camera angles. Come on. Thank you. Because you've got a wheel now, haven't you, Sinky? Have you got the red light? Have you got the G29? Yeah, they have been a bit annoying. The one that just kept on running the same way as me. Oh, that was drive. I really wanted to swear, but no, I couldn't. I was just like biting my lip, and I was like, "Come on, game." Thing is, I'm sure I shot at least one of them in the head with that flare gun, and that would you know, they wouldn't recover from that very well. They'd be burnt. They wouldn't want to tackle someone if they'd been burnt. This is dangerous, I know. Just for S&Gs and entertainment purposes, I'll try and. I don't know if it's a rest area, but I need a gas station really. I could have gone in Vegas there, but I think we've got enough gas to sort of like keep going for a little while. It's just under half a tank, so. Hello Connor, welcome to the stream. How's you, sir? I was thinking about you the other day actually. I've been watching videos of like little baby steam engines and little baby diesel engines and the really small ones. Thanks mate. Really small ones. And I was like, how on earth did they make them things? Don't pull out on me, thank you. Is that gas station? No, it's just... But it's funny because I've also noticed, you know, I've mentioned this in one or two of my videos, I know I have, for the people that watch them, and it sounds like a broken record syndrome, but I've noticed like Ian Robertson, now his views have dropped considerably, so has Squirrels I should say. his views have dropped immensely, because when they used to upload a video, literally it'd be an hour later, they used to have like almost 100,000 views. But I've noticed now, you know, after about 3 or 4 hours, Ian Robson's only got like 600, 700 views. Okay, I say only, it's much more than I get on the average one, but you know, it's like, maybe people are just moving over to Twitch. That's, you know, that's maybe where the in thing is, Twitch. Well, I don't like Twitch. I'm not a big Twitch fan, and I don't think I ever will be. I only really just got used to YouTube, let alone trying to learn another media platform. Whoops. Yeah, I think a lot of the big YouTubers, I think a lot of them are just, a lot of them must be struggling. And I don't know whether it's just because people are moving away from YouTube, or getting down to complacency. People are just thinking, okay, you know, they've watched, you know, said so many videos of the same person, and they're thinking, you know, this is getting stale, this is getting a bit repetitive, you know, it's la da 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 da. And even when they bring out new games or whatever, you know, it's, you know, they kind of, people get used to that person's personality, and so people sort of like think, right, okay, and they kind of tune out, go and watch someone else or other things. But you know, it's a number of factors. I still think it's something. I think it's still the Twitch effect. Need a gas station or a rest bay. I'm not going to turn the high beams on because I don't think it's right on the guy in front of me. I can see his lights and I can see where we're going, so that's the main thing. Also noticed a lot of comments on my old SKRS shifter view and other people's about, even because what was I watching one of Squirrel's live streams the other day, and someone was mentioning to him that he's been waiting months for his shifter, and even Squirrel, he got one. He said, you know, just get a refund, move on, get the other one. And a lot of people may even be doing that now, because I think, you know, they've got too much demand. And I've heard a lot of bad things as well about the fact that mine's, touch wood, my shifter's been fine. I've noticed the range splitter is a bit on the loose side when you push it up, but as long as you give it a good push and don't just feather it up, you're fine. But I'm looking forward to trying to wire up this Arduino board and trying to get the air pressure on. I know it's not a big thing because it's never going to move that massively much because there's so much in the reserve tank, but it'd be just be nice, make it a bit easier for when I do pressure tests. I think that's a gas station or a petrol station up ahead. Yeah, it is. Turn the old Jake on. I think he's slowing up now. So how is the stream, peeps? Is it overly laggy? Okay, apart from bad driving. Let me know, guys and girls, be honest. I'll read the comments as well when I get a minute. Engine off. Yeah, you could be right. Could be YouTuber software. You know, the algorithms that they're running and everything else. I like to say a lot of people, big YouTubers, have moved away from YouTube because the fact that they're getting less and less money now from YouTube. Seems fun to you. Good, thank you. See, if I do that, in my screen it's fine, but on my video recorder screen it looks a bit choppy. Mind you, it would be choppy in real life if you spun your head round that quickly. Right, let's find a place to rest up as well. I think the resting place is around the back of this. Yeah. You shouldn't really go. Actually, you can go in this way. There's an arrow coming round this way. So if I drive over this way a bit, I don't think I can make that one. It's too sharp a turn. Actually, I've got to go this way because it's telling me I've got to go this way. It's like indecisive, Kev. Reckless driver, Kev. Hello and welcome to Reckless Driving Simulator with me, Kevin Sawyer. I would say there. Okay. Ask because my that's still on. Right, far back up. Oh, I didn't park that very well, did I? Does this have a raised axle on this or not? I can't remember. No. Didn't have a raised axle. I think there was an option for a raised axle on this, but I think I just didn't select it. Yeah, that is true. It is the only American style shifter. That other shifter I mentioned in my video, that video I did for the review for this, is more of a European for the MAN truck. They tend to particularly use them in the MAN truck. Or ones that still have manual transmission. A lot of the trucks in Europe don't have manual transmission now. It's only the Scanias, I think, and maybe the Volvos I know of these days that actually still have an optional manual. Most of them are typically automatic now, just because most of the schools teach them in automatic, because it's more time saving, more easier to learn because you just have to put it into drive. Come on. Thank you. And it's less expensive ultimately for the companies to have them. And I noticed in in the States now, a lot of the trucks are slowly becoming automatics. So and I think they're thinking along the same route. Is just because it's just easier for people to drive them, and you know, not so much wear on the clutch, even though you can float them. You know, it's I've had mine, it's getting up near to a year now I've had mine for. And you know, I love my shifter now. I couldn't do without it. Is it worth the money? Again, debatable. You know, I think it's a lot of money just for a small bit of kit, and you know, you can't really use it for any other games, because you wouldn't use it for a racing game. We could, but I don't see the point in it. It'd be too heavy. You'd want to reduce the weight on the shifter rather than increase it. And you tend to use paddle shifting when you're racing or rally driving anyway. Not many other games are configured to recognise the software or the hardware that comes inside this little board that comes inside this shifter anyway. I wouldn't like to say yes, you have to buy one. I don't think, you know, anyone has to buy it, but it's personal preference at the end of the day. Yeah, I'm using Logitech, old G27. So I think he might have mentioned it and I might have missed it in the comments. I think Sinky's got G29. I don't know. This is a beaten up old Logitech now. It's getting tired. I've had this thing, must be at least 4 years, 5 years now I've had this Logitech. I'd love the G29, but it's a lot of money for what it is. And you have to buy the shifters separately, which is okay. A lot of them are doing like bundled deals now, but that's beside the point. G29, yeah. Yeah, because you had the same problem with where I get with the Logitech. If you go and play Farming Simulator on it, and I don't know, I think that's more down to probably Giant software than Logitech software. Well, it's a kind of, I'm going to go the other way just for S&Gs, because I don't see turning that way really profitable in any way. Might cut a little bit of time out, but not a great deal. If you get your G29 or your G27 or whatever, and you go and launch the game, even though if you go into the the only way I've found, two ways you can do it. You can go into the calibration settings and go and recalibrate it before you go into the game, or do the trick which I do and which I taught Zinky to do, which is just go into American Truck Simulator or OMSI or any driving game, go into that, and then you should initially feel it change from the default to the settings which you've set it to, and then go into play Farm Simulator, and it should be fine. But if you just go straight into Farm Simulator when you've just literally launched your PC or turned your wheel on, I find it's all to the standard stiffness, and it's just a nightmare. With your G29, can you actually, when you go to shift, can you feel it, like, does the shifter have a vibration on it, or? Because, you know, I would like to learn a bit more about that, and how legit is it? Is it like, does it feel like as if you really were shifting a manual transmission, or is it just like nothing like it, or is it close to what it would feel like shifting? Yeah, I must admit, I've heard it's good, but that's what I'm trying to say, Sinky. Doesn't vibrate. Must be a unless there's an option. Must be an option in the settings somewhere. So that's what I kept on hearing. I kept on hearing, oh yeah, it vibrates, yeah, it's good, da 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 da. No, great for ATS or ETS because you can know when to shift. I'm like, how legit is that? Is that some of like Logitech just? Because essentially how it works is the same as any game controller, really. And again, I'm probably going to blind a few people with science here. Basically, game controller, how it vibrates. Now, inside your controller, there should be a little motor with a little weight on it, and it tends to just start spinning. And that's how it works. Simple as that. Crude but effective. And what was I saw a couple of weeks back? I forget the YouTuber. I think I liked it. I do remember liking it, but it was a serious bit of kit. Oh, I think it was Nerdgasm or Nerdcastle or Barnacles. Yeah, I can't remember. He's probably, I think it's Nerdgasm or whatever it is. And he did a box opening, a review on a pedal set. Now this thing was epic, and I thought, I wonder if I could make that. But basically what it was is a little rig and a frame. Now, unlike the pedals you get on a G29 or G27, how it differs, it's got a little cage or a little rig so that the pedals actually hang from the air, and they have springs and a hydraulic ram in it, so the brakes and the clutch and the accelerator feels a bit more realistic. He stopped, I don't know why he stopped. No, he hasn't. Brake on. So he was saying how much better it feels. Now this thing was like $850, so you're probably looking around about the best part of what, 600, 700 quid for this thing. That's before shipping, because I think it comes from the States and all. And I was like, wow, yeah, it's a nice bit of kit, but that's a lot of money for a pedal set. I sat there thinking, I wonder how I can make one of them. and I try to look at the video, look closely, see what they've had, how they've done it, because they're looking at, they've got a little miniature servo on there, well, little miniature, a proper brake cylinder set. So the pedal's directly connected to a brake master cylinder to give it the fluid feel, and the springs like proper springs. They're adjustable, so you can adjust the tension on them. Come on, get in there. Worst thing is now when I do drive, I almost start floating the gears or power shifting. Another thing is I keep them going to reach out the door as well. When I'm driving in my dad's car, I'm just like, whoa, okay. Yep. The shifter's on the other side. Yeah, shipping. It's not including shipping. And obviously again, there's customs, like I had with the shifter. And I got this in, it's like, oh, well, you have to pay. And, you know, the thing that really annoyed me most about that, I think since I got mine, he's changed the supplier, or the person that does the shipping for him. I think he's now with DHL, so it shouldn't happen now, because DHL a year pay so much in custom and excise, and then they just charge slightly higher rates for international shipping to cover that. But because he used that wherever, soon as Royal Mail / bloody what's it called, Parcel Force got their hands on it, it's like, oh, it's going for our our customs thing. We'll evaluate whether there's any additional customs to pay on it. And then I looked and I did a lot of research, and 9 times out of 10, even people that knew they didn't have, better slow down, knew they didn't have any customs to pay on it, still had to pay this £20 release fee to lease it out of their customs. And it was just for, well, Parcel Force's way of making money. And it's blatant. It was blatantly obvious that, you know, it's a scam. How we're doing for fuel? Good. Doing very good actually for fuel. Or is this just lulling me into a false sense of security? No. Better slow down though. I'm going to run out of road pretty quick. Yeah, I have mine set up on the right hand side, like in a proper American truck. So I shift with my right hand, steer with my left. So when I do go to drive a car, I go and grab the door instead of shifted gears. I was like, I have to just quickly retrain my brain to actually. I'm back in UK and I'm back on the other side of the car. Weirdly enough, an old Mark II Jag. Now, they have their handbrake on the right. They don't have it on the left with the shifter. They have it on the right. So when you go to put the handbrake on, you almost get the same problem. I'll slow down just in case these barriers come down on me. It's probably too high. There we go. So yeah, when you go to put the handbrake on, you go to grab it and it's not there, and you're like, oh, no hand. Oh yes, on this side, and you go like that. That's why they used to call them the milk floats at one point, because the same as a milk float. Oh no, I think it was. I think it was an old Mark II XJ. I think. Now that was a weird one because an automatic. I worked on it once. It was automatic, and it's weird. The handbrake is on the right by the door, so you have to reach down light and you can't just pull on it. You have to sort of like quarter turn and then pull up. And in order to release it, you have to slightly pull up again, quarter turn and release, and then quarter turn again. Still miss driving my Golf, sort of miss. I was saying to Sinky a few months back, there's a guy that lives down the road from me that's got one. And he asked me to have a look at it, and I did. Get it for its MOT, and I sat down and looked at it, and I said, look, this is wrong with it. I came back with a list a mile long, pretty much, what was wrong with it. I said, you know, this needs welding. This needs work looking at, this needs looking at. And I said, look, all I've done for you initially, I've got it run a bit better, so it's got a chance of passing the emissions, but it passed its emissions, but the MOT tester just said, nope, too many other problems with it. And I knew that was coming because I could see the amount of holes that are in the wing, and you know, it's just a case of he overloved it. He'd wash it like almost every other day, and he'd use a, you know, ideally using a pressure washer on it is fine, and you can use a pressure wash it, but he was doing the underside or the arches more or less every other day of it, and he was just washing away any protective galvanization or anything, or the underseal that they would have used underneath there to stop it from rusting, and he just literally washed it to death. I can take over here if I wanted to, but I'm not going to, unless this guy presents me too much of a problem. Still good for fuel. mph. Drifting again. But yeah, he came back to me and goes, oh yeah, you're right, it didn't pass. And I said, yeah, I knew it wouldn't. And then I made him an offer for it. I said, look, I'll make you an offer for it in presence condition. You know, because all the work I'm going to have to do to it to get it to pass an MOT and everything else, and he was like, nah. I was like, right-yo, you're a mug. But, right-yo, go on, mate. Do you wanna come out? Come on. Come on. Being very courteous to Mr. Peterbilt. Don't let me regret it. Sorry, Mr. Kenny, I can't let you out too. I thought he was going to go out for a second then. Karma will pay me some way. Be nice to him. But he didn't even pay me for that work I did for him. It was an easy fix. It's one I've done many a times before on a GTI, but I want to go for it. I want to, you know, I wouldn't mind if you said, look, I'll take you down the pub, buy a drink, whatever. Didn't even. It's like, oh, thanks. I've still not discovered this road that's supposed to be on this map. The singing road. You're meant to go along a side of the road, it meant to sing at you, or if you go at a certain speed, it plays a tune. I've not come across it yet. I have to look at the blog and find out what road it is and deliberately head towards it. It's green, so I can ignore it, which I'm going to. I'm not going to wind down the gears again. Going a bit quick, but it is 80 along here, so I'm going to leave it low on the safer side. Turn that on, turn cruise control on, turn engine brake on, and just let it tick over. How many miles we've got? We can't have many more now. No, not that many. This was quite a wrong run, I must admit. I wasn't going to. Whoa! I wasn't planning on doing this as a run, but just again, randomness came into play. Come on, mate. Stop. Read the comments while I'm at it as well. Oh, Mexico. Oh, do you reckon it's going to be part of the new DLC that they... Well, the update that they make? I remember I glossed over it. I didn't read it word for word. And so I saw the blog on it and I was just like, that looks interesting. I think you have to drive over, well, drive at a certain speed. I think it was 40 mph, I think. I know they exist. I don't know how common they are in the States. I know there's one in Germany. Probably not that common because they're probably quite expensive to implement. And you have to maintain them as well, because then someone would have to go out there and clean it because too much stuff, well, too much dirt got in between the little grooves that they use to do it. Because that's all it is. It's just grooves in the road. Not the way that boat just stands there all the time, sitting there watching, waiting to laugh. Come on. Don't think there must be out the box by now. Let's have a look. Yeah, miles out the box. Yeah, no wonder. I don't need to back up. Put the old hazards on, make sure everyone knows what my intentions are. Make sure I don't hit those cables or whatever they are. See, now he could banksman me. He might not be trained to, but... Oh. Because it's quite tight in this yard, because I don't want to go too much closer than that, because I might smack the front end of the truck. Hey, second time's a charm. Right, brakes on. Out of gear. Electrics off, engine off. Make sure the electric's off. And detach. Well, actually, I can do the whole jumpy under the trucky thingy. Hang on. I'll do the whole jumpy under the trucky thingy. Oops. And actually properly detach it. Waddle up to this and sit to the back here, and then you'd climb up on here and detach the hoses first. You'd go up to the trailer here. Whoa. Not fall through the map like me, or shrink inside. Go up to your wind handle and press T. There's ones in California. Ooh. Oh, I must have butchered. I must have had a bit of a prang. I don't remember hitting anything. Oh yeah, I do. That's when I hit those signs, those road signs. I'll be selling this anyway because there's no more garages left on the map. I can't buy any more garages, so I can't keep this. Do you want to see another run in this, or not? Because I don't mind driving this thing again, or do you want me to go back? Because to the old 521, I'll let you guys comment back. I'll show you because I don't think I showed you earlier. Diagnosis. There we go.
I'm giving you guys a bit of a chance to choose and all. I don't want to go, oh, I'll go back into my 521. And it's like, nuts to you. Ooh, no. If someone else wants another run in this, I don't mind too much. If you're not fussed, I don't mind too much either. Because I've still got, I should actually, while you guys are thinking. Truck manager. Company manager. Truck manager. I think I've still got it here. No, it's not that one. It's a Mack. Or did I delete that? Better if I do it via Garage Manager. It's the garage that's got no drivers. This one. This could crash my game as well, because this is where I keep my Kenny. But this thing here, this Mack, could have a go in that if you like. I had a quick go off screen, see if it worked, which it does. Yeah, we'll do that. Drive it. Hope this doesn't crash my game. Shouldn't do, because I'll be in a standard town, hopefully, he says. Yeah, okay. Right. Right, let's see if we can find a quick run. Job market. That's a relatively quick one. That'll do. The only thing is I will have to pause quickly and reset the fuel tank on this. Yeah, and reset that. Let's quickly look at the diagnosis. Sorry, I'm flickering between the two. Nope. 833 litres. Bear a second, guys. If the screen goes black, I apologise in advance. What I'm doing is just readjusting my sim dash. So it's got the right fuel amount on it. Because if you don't, it's going to be not correct. Oh, it's the same amount of fuel. That's alright then. Nice. Jobs are good, and must be the same as the other Kenny. Oops. Right. Woo! Now, has this thing got diesel? So I better reset this just in case. Yeah, it has. I'm going to fill it up though, just in the safe side. And the problem with this yard, it's always a nightmare to get out of this yard. Because it sounds a lot like the Kenny actually. A lot like the Kenny. I'd say Creech Bomb was the influence for the sounds on this, I'd say. Fill up for diesel. Cool. Kind of reminds me of my other old Mack which I drove around in. It's too dissimilar to that. It's the reason I didn't really do a showcase on this one. Not a bad rig actually. I'd say I've had a quick go on it. Right. Again, you can this is on the American Truck Simulator mod site. If you want the link for it, let me know, guys. I'll put it in the description in the archives or something. And that other one with the Kenny T800. That's an old mod though, so bear that in mind. It still works on the current version. It's still a work. It's an old mod, but it's a work in progress mod. Judging what Igor said about it, he says he has been kicking around for a while. That's a bit premature, Kev. Rip the gearbox to bits. Have a quick look on the outside of this thing. See, that's the only reason I kind of like this one a bit better than the standard. I'm not a big Mack man anyway. I've always found well, only because both in real life and in the game. In the real life, they are better looking, but they tend to have a really strange looking front. It's just too flat, if you know what I mean. It just looks like a brick, staring at a brick wall. There's no like chrome or anything to, well, there's a little chrome grille, but I just never liked the shape of them. The fronts always looked a bit weird to me. God, brakes are good. I only touched that brake, feathered that brake, and it went yup. Yeah, it's based off the film Convoy. I think this thing's based off of. Do you remember that film? Oops, gambled on that traffic light. Well, I'm never a big Mack fan. I like the older Macks, just don't like the newer ones. Bit too boxy. There's no character in them. Mind you saying that, most of the trucks now in the States are all going down the streamline option now. So they're all like this horrible, well, a bit like that one there, streamline option, all where they've got no proper grille or bonnet now. It all slopes down to a small point. That's just because that's the way that the hauliers want it. They want, well, that's me drifting out. I'm looking at the GPS, where I'm going. I think it's in here, Walmart. Because obviously, more streamlined they are, the more fuel efficient they become. The more fuel efficient they become, the ultimate less cost they cost the company in diesel per year, per mile, etc, etc, etc. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Now I can customise this. I wonder if this... oh, I can't have double trailer. So I can either have curtain trailer or curtain long trailer. I'm just going standard curtain trailer. So I've just seen a glitch in this. Hang on, let me just quickly escape out of this. Yeah, these tyres are wrong. The wheels and the tyres are wrong for this truck. Hey-ho. Just spotted that. Could change it in the garage. Is there a garage here? I don't think I can live with that for too long. Yeah, there's one right across the road from here, so I'm going to quickly turn around, change out the wheels and the tyres from this. It's like, yeah, he's taken the job and he's driving off. Why? Why? Didn't even want the job anymore. He didn't say he didn't want it. He just said he's popping across from the garage across the road. Notice the tyre problems. Cool, that bump's a bit severe. There's a Volvo dealer. Hang on a minute, I've deleted my Volvo mod. Sus. I deselected the Volvo dealership. Because that was one of the mods that, mind you, I haven't checked it recently. I must admit I'll have to check it again and see if it crashes the game. It was one of the ones that initially started crashing my game with the update. But I digress. Turn the engine off. Go. Should do really, but no, it's just curtain side, I think. Don't need any repairs. Well, the tyres could do a repair, but we're swapping them out anyway. Upgrade. Can't live with that. I just noticed that. Why is that like that? Sorry guys, if I quickly lose you in chats because I'm scrolling for some odd reason. When I scroll with this, that looks better. I'll stick the Goodyears on it. Although I don't like Goodyears. More of a Bridgestone man. Beggars can't be choosers, I guess. Could put the Roadmaster ones on there. I'll stick the Goodyears on, because they look a bit more legit, if you know what I mean. So that one doesn't look too bad from here, but I bet you've still got the same problem. Is the gap still there? No, there's still a gap there, isn't there? Okay. And there. Sorry guys, let's just stick the standard tyres on then. Has that got the same problem? No. See, gap goes. It's the downside of mods. Let that be a lesson to everyone. Now, was Was it Vortex tyres we were using? Yeah. Because they do have that same kind of warm look to them as well. Even though they're a fresh set of tyres, they'd be like brand new looking, but... Yeah, that's good. Now if I scroll down in my chat quickly. That's it, that's better. Confirm. Let's see, what have we got on here? Anything else that I could play about with? No. Could change colour. Don't give you many. Nah, I'll leave it. It's red metallic. Anything else? Can we do anything on the insides? Nope. Nice and cab interior though. Very nice, very plush. Bit bland here. I think this is a port over. Only going by what these gauges look like. Kind of looks a bit porter over-ish to me. No wheel choice. No real choice. Confirm order. Come on. Head goes through the window. Smash. Smash. I could try and pick up a tanker next if we get time. This is a relatively short run, so it shouldn't take that long. So it shouldn't take that long, but no, my luck. Okay, Connor, thank you for stopping by anyway, mate. You know, thanks for stopping by. It's been a long time since I've seen you in a stream, and I appreciate it. You know, streams will start to like pick up again. Oh, I've already got a job, haven't I? It was nice to see you. I think it's in there. Yeah, it's in there. Might have to cheat cam this. Sorry guys and girls. Quite a nice looking rig though, for a Mack. So I prefer these older Macks than the newer ones. Horn's alright. Thought he was going to jump out then. I was like, wow, he's going to jump in front of the truck. Whoops. Stalled it without fuzzing the right range. spinning tyres. You can't go any closer than that. Oops. Right, engine off. Let's jump under the truck again and walk out and attach the trailer. That's pretty cool. It's kind of what I've been doing on my truck, putting all the text and stuff on there. Let's have a quick look at this thing. Turn the flashes off quickly. The indicators. Yeah, it's not bad. Not a bad little model. And then you walk up there. In fact, this hasn't got any. Can't see any air hoses on this. Something there, but nothing in detail. Right, let's jump back up in the cab. Right, and here we go. Actually, I haven't done a tug test, I admit. Let's do a quick tug test. Past that one. And past that one. Stalled the engine out. Better put some side lights on as well, I guess. It's kind of duskish. No, it's only what, 5? Almost 6 PM. Getting out of here is going to be a mission and a half. I might have to be a bit of a bully here, peeps. Sorry, I know that's not legit, but that's the only way. I'm going the wrong way anyway. Why am I going? Because I'm an idiot. Just for entertainment purposes, I planned to go this way, honestly. I don't know. Can we redirect from here? Let's have a look at the map. We can. Yeah, I'll go around this way. Yeah, I just told you I was planning this all along. Bit more of a scenic route. Come on. Get into gear. Come on. Thank you. That's the problem. If you can't feel what the gearbox is doing, you wouldn't be able to tickle it into the gate. I know I've said it so many times now, it hurts. That's the ultimate problem with this gear shifter. Well, this G27's shifter. Because that's how the G29 is supposed to be. It's supposed to have a vibration factor, so as you push it in, it'll grind out. So when you go and grind it against that and hear that grinding noise, you'll feel it, and it's supposed to reduce the amount of vibration as you get the engine revs right. This is what I've been told, but I'm not 100% sure. You'd have to test it yourself, Tinky. The thing that really I find a bit of a kicker, because a G27 shifter is compatible with a G29, but a G29 shifter is not backwards compatible with a G27. That's, I find, a bit of the kicker. Why did they do that? Obviously, because the boards in a G29 are probably different, not programmed to run the shifter, but from what I understand, you can use the shifter on its own anyway, just with the USB drive. So why couldn't have Logitech just put something in it? So it makes no sense. Just Logitech trying to make money, I guess. I was hoping yeah, good. I had a funny feeling come on, gearbox, come on. I had a funny feeling that little Jeep was going to end up ploughing in front of me. God, the sun's low. The sun is blinding. Yeah, I'd definitely say this has been pinched off the Kinney. Or it's definitely creech bummed engine sounds. Sounds so familiar. Don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna turn proper lights on. Is the stream still good, guys and girls? It's not laggy or anything. It looks alright in the game window. God, the only thing I can't help is the sun. Driving into the sun. Sun visor would be, well, does give it a bit of a different look. Normally I'm driving away from the sun, normally 9 times out of 10. It's very rare that I'm driving towards it. Thank you, thank you. 80 or 75 along here. I'm going about 75 now. 70-ish. So what I'll do is back off the throttle a little bit. Turn the cruise control on. I wonder if this thing's got an engine brake. Or is this pure retarder? No, until it decides to slow down. Leave it at that. Let it cruise along. Oh, I know it's got retarder now. I hate how they do this. Oh, it's because of the... I didn't see that jump out right in front of me. Turn the engine brake off. That's what I get for falling asleep at the wheel in a sense. This looking but not seeing. That was odd, because that was in 8th, and I had to quickly put it out and put it back in again. Hey-ho. I'll try and set up again for cruise control. Go a bit slower speed this time. Keep it around the 60 mark. Where things do creep up, or try to creep up on me, I can see it. That's my excuse anyway. Not quite as good as the old Kenny used to drive, but it's not too bad, not overly twitchy. Quite stable. Ooh. Again, brake check. No good reason. Turn the engine brake off. I don't think this dude in front of me has got his lights on, is he? Or is he? He has. I'll have to overtake him in a minute if he keeps on playing this game. If I do that, I shouldn't really, then it'd take me longer to accelerate to behind him. See, this guy's just going breezing past me, look. He's got a case of lead foot. It's a fire truck. Ah. That'd be why they're slowing up. Can you let me out, mister? Nope. Now I've got some momentum, so I might as well stay behind him. Hey, thank you, Mr. Fire Truck. I'll stay on this lane then. Unless I have to switch. This I have to switch over. No, 8 miles away. Comes Buzzkill. There goes Buzzkill. Must admit, they do get a bit annoying, but they do actually add a bit of gravitas, a bit of an environment, or a bit more immersion into this game. You know, just beforehand, just seeing the couple of cars always just driving past or whatever, and not on code 2 or 3. Go into an emergency of any kind, like him. Like, makes you think, at least they're going to nick someone else for a change rather than me for speeding, or I'll find a place to pull over in the know, I don't mind driving in the dark. It's just it doesn't make very good entertainment looking at the. It's like yeah, excuses. You don't like the dark. You're frightened of the dark, aren't you, Kim? Yeah. Put the engine brake on, just in case. Read your comment in a minute once I'm done. Free to. Things I tend to concentrate a bit more on this because this is when they decide to have a bit of a brake check again. And all you see all of a sudden is just a set of brake lights heading towards you from nowhere. Oh, it looks like we're coming to a drop off anyway, so it's a bit fortuitous. See what I mean about brake lights? Ooh, easy. Ooh. You need to trailer brake and stick it in low. This I'm going to stick it in low. Oh, it says no low. Oh, it does. Oh, shush. No, do not shift when I want you to shift. You shouldn't really have to rev an engine that high. Diesel should be able to pull quite easily up there. But you see, yeah. Some people still think play this game a bit more realistically than I do, i.e. they have fatigue simulation on. The thing is, I get that, I get why they put that in the game, I just don't personally like it because it always seems like you're asleep or going to sleep. It's like, yeah, you play about 2 minutes of the game and then it's like, it's like, yeah. In game time you've had a few hours driving, but in real time you've only been driving for about 10 minutes. That's the only reason I turned it off. Now where's the way into this place? Is it up there? This is probably one of my games, that and Farming Simulator, I tend to play when I want to just switch off. I don't want to overthink anything. Don't tell me I know you like your more of the actual reversing side of. You wanted more on the reversing side in this game because there's not many reversing. You don't like the driving in, but you prefer driving it, but you prefer the parking it. This is where they should have a driver's mate in this game. They should have really made it multiplayer. So what you could do is you could bring it up to the yard. One person can do the main drive and the other guy can do the shunting. This guy, right, you can do the shunting in and out of yards and I'll do the main drive. Alright, T. Actually turn the electrics off and turn the engine off. And press T. Cool. Right. Let's see if we can find a tanker for you. So you see there's a rest point anywhere first. Alright. There is. Ah, hate it as you scroll up in this game. It scrolls up in my chat window. There we go. Yeah, we won't say any more about that. Mind you, she does the driving. That's, you know, half the. That's, you know, that's more than the battle, really. Come on, shift, thank you. Don't know if this place is going to have any. We'll have a rest. Again, driving in the dark's just no entertainment involved. Now, looking at that map, in fact, I'm going to do right there. I've got a minute. If that's the right button. No, that was not the right button. That's better. Probably a bit too close there. Trying to figure out where that rest point is in relation. I think it must be on the edge of that garage. Petrol station. Looking at that map, I'm drifting on the road, side of the road again. Ah, hate it when it does that. Just get settled into stopping and then go again. Now looking at that map, that whoa, there, like a big ramp. That rest point is there, but I don't see how you get into it. I'm gonna keep this little road just here. It might be. Wow. Don't know what's going on there. Oh, I see the rest area, it says. Wow, this looks a bit epic. There's another truck parked here. How legit is this? Just look at the amount of cactuses and stuff I'm driving across. Parked by this other truck. now, it's unlikely to... Well, mind you, they could have it. Oh. Because I know they do have someone that works overnight in some of the hotels. Right, lights off. Engine off. Rest. Take a sip of the old water. That's better. Yeah, I think I know what people we mean as well. The two you're on about. There's no road into this. None whatsoever. There's lots of coppers around here. Look, 2 squad cars over there. I wonder what's going on in this hotel. On that Blue Rinse bombshell, I'm going to get out of here before I get nicked for something I haven't even done. Yeah, you need road, by the way, guys. I don't know how none of these cars have not got a puncture, but this would give you a puncture. It's almost like they forgot to put a road in. Right, anyway, let's have a look, see what we've got jobs wise. Job market, freight market. From here, so you want a fuel tanker if we got find one. No fuel tanker. Got a cattle truck. Alright, Sinky, take care, mate. I don't think I'll be doing much longer, to be fair. Thanks for stopping by. Nice seeing you again in the stream. And I haven't been doing many, but nice to see you anyway. Let's take another short run. Take that one. Which way do we need to go? That way. I thought that was the case. Oh, shift, come on. Thank you. Can't find him, grind him, right. He doesn't mean literally zoo peeps. It's what he calls work. I mean, like, he's also works in retail and has to put up with a stupid constitution. Still got 2 people watching, according to mine. I think I know where one of them might be. Who one of them might be. Might be Ian. He said he comes and watches every now and again. It's like, yeah, I was watching your stream the other day. And I was like, which one? The one you did the other time. And I was like, yeah, why didn't you say anything? I think I like the older Mack, the other Mack I did a showcase on that time. I think I did a showcase on it. Can't remember. It might have been a live stream, random live stream. So long ago now. Stop. Right. Take job, please. Can't customise that. Just a cattle trailer. Cattle trailer or nothing at all. Yeah, you can have a shodden cattle trailer with the cows cut in half. How about that? That sounds gory. Yeah, so you can't have it. Did I just set? Oh, I think I did. Set off in a lot higher then. Sure I did. I missed my point. I needed to spin it. Oh, maybe not. That was unintentional. Yeah, look at that. It's a wee bit out, but it's good enough for good government work. Engine off. T. Connect. Let's have a quick fire it up. Actually, we'll do a little brake test while I'm at it. Proper brake test to pleat some of the air out, not all the way. Has this thing got a brake gauge? Water temp. That's engine pre-SI. RPM. pH. That's the one. It's got 2 cylinders on this one, but we know. There we go. Right, that's as much as I'm going to deplete out of it. I'm not going to completely shrink the system down. And I'll jump under the truck again while it's building up the pressure. Take a look round. Come out the wrong side. Check the tyres and everything. Yeah, still on. Wheel nuts still on. Something wrong here as well. Looks like the studs are missing. The hubs are missing. The hubs on that front one. It's just those back ones the hubs are missing. So I've got to put them on. There's a glitch in the mod 1 or 2. Cool, that's tight up against the fence. Couldn't get any tighter than that. Oh look, getting with the cows. Right, it's enough falling around. Pressure build up. There we go. Brake off. Come on. Thank you. I think I'll make this my last run, guys, and then that's it. don't believe that fuel tank, because it says it's not used that much fuel. Can't be that efficient machining. Mind you, we haven't done that massive a run. It's pretty 2 short runs, really. Oh, I've gone the wrong way. Idiot Kev. Again, I just got into the rhythm of driving. Is there a detour workaround? No, there isn't. I'm just going to have to take a scenic route round. No. And then that's it. Should then take us back properly. He's got a cattle truck as well to go out in front. Oh, I knew it was going to change just well. Anyway, I need to quickly do that and then pop into the chat bar because it's just rolled down again. There we go. Or rolled up. Bit of drink as well. Like some sort of stop. No, don't need to turn here, do I? I could have turned there. Would have made no difference. Come on. Okay. Two plod cars. I should have let him out really, but he'd have sat there anyway. Now make sure I'm definitely going the right way here. I'm not going around in circles. Yeah. Crucified the gearbox. Good sound though. Excuse me. can never get bored of that engine noise. Never get bored of that engine noise. The only reason I sort of like didn't get bored of the Kenny, I just figured it's, you know, fancied a bit of a change. See what I should do really. Let me. No. Whoops. That's better. Just cause a calamity of a crash. Like the little dials that are in the front there, they're quite cool. I like them. They're in fitting to the actual whole truck. It's this other bit, this dash it just looks, I don't know, it just looks a bit bland, if you ask me. It's just that flat matte finish to it, I don't know. Doesn't do it justice. I think there's be a bit more of a sheen to it. Come on, old girl. Can make up this hill easy. It's FedEx van, yay! Even he makes up the hill easier than we are. Mind you, we are pulling a load of cattle. I'm guessing they'd probably take a bit of extra. Come on. Take a bit of extra care when pulling livestock. They wouldn't necessarily go so fast because one, they've got the animals rolling around in the back, so they're not gonna, you know, probably go a bit slower. They wouldn't necessarily take the same sort of risks they would do in non-live load. Because obviously the damage in the stock of the cows and that are rummaging around the back. I know they pack them in quite tight though, but still they do fall over and stuff. They can potentially get injured. Straight on. Could have stayed in that lane, but I'm never sure about these lanes. Sometimes they just go straight off, and sometimes it goes, has both straight on and off at the same time, if you know what I mean. Speeding, surprise, surprise. lights here, so I don't know who had priority. There's gear somewhere in there. Sorry if I've gone quiet as well, I'm just thinking, just winding down to the end of the episode more or less, or live stream, and again there's only one person watching. Oops, premature. Not the FedEx van. Oh, he's going quick. I've got a package to deliver. Get out my way. It's my truck. Again, I'm being overly cautious here. Rather take my time on this bendy road than go nuts hell ever down it. Especially stuff like this very sharp corners coming up. Everything again, because the mirror's right out there, you have to really... I prefer my mirror so I can visually look at it from the corner of my eye, sort of thing. So I'd probably overcompensate in the corners and the cutting into the bank too much, or off this on the right side too much, because I'm not sure. I want to make sure that trailer's definitely getting around without blocking anyone else's way. Well, it matters on this too much, but on multiplayer I've seen it quite a few times where people have just come like this and they're like their trailer story's halfway across the road, and it's like, yeah, cheers lot mate, you just cut the nose off. Should have stopped at a stop sign, but I've noticed every time you've got a junction like that, you stop there, there's no way you can see out the road because there's always a tree or a sign or whatever in the way, a building, and I'm like, every single time you can't see what's going on, what's in the corner. Now I wouldn't want to just jump out into the road that I didn't know whether something's coming or not. Because that's why they put the stop signs there. You stop and then you wait so it's clear to go. Now hopefully this is going to be an easy parking position. Looks relatively straightforward. We're back up straight into there, that's it. Turn my heads on. Yeah, straight up to there. I'm going to use the car park. See, that mirror's miles out. I can't see what's going on now. I'm gonna have to guess what's going on from this one. And cheap cam, I think. Looks right from there, but I hate using mirrors because they always give you. Yeah, no. I was gonna hit that fence. Well, I checked, eh? Would have gone ploughing straight into that. Because this trailer's longer than this average, and it doesn't behave. See how much I'm putting the lock on that, and it's not even moving. Yeah, it's as excuses you can't drive, but trust me, you'd know what I mean if you tried driving this trailer. So it doesn't react right until the last minute. It should start swinging over to the left now, but it's not. It is now, but not instantaneously like it should do. It's like excuses. Right. Cool. Put the brake on, turn the engine off, turn the hazards off, drop the load off. Excellent! Cool, and I'll leave it at that, guys and girls. Big thanks to everyone that's been watching in the stream, and a big thanks to everyone that's watched this in the archives later on. Sorry I missed you, and again it's a bit of a random stream. Like I said, I will promise to try and get streams back up and running as soon as I sort of motivate myself a bit more to get the sort of like streams to a point where they're not so sort of like laggy or whatever. Once I'm fully happy, then sort of like I will resume streams. I'm planning I might go back to doing streams again, starting at 6 PM rather than 8, because it's again, especially this time of year, it's going to start getting a bit darker in the evenings, and I think it's a bit more fair for you guys. Might miss some of the American people watching, but hey ho, what can you do? Can't win them all. But anyway, I hope you guys all enjoyed it. If you did, again, guys and girls, feel free to like. And if you know anyone else that may also enjoy watching this, again, guys and girls, feel free to share. Helps me out, and I don't mind you guys sharing. And if you're new to my channel and see future live streams and or anything else that I'm working on, please don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. TTFN. And have a good weekend.